Hmm. Hello,
Hi.
how's it going?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. We're gonna finish this song today.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. We are manifesting. He brought a mic. Come on,
Yes. I was like, let's do this.
come on,
I got
Rich.
my cord. I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Thanks. That
No,
it's always nice to work with somebody who really takes what I say seriously and who does little things to to make me feel like I'm being listened to. So thank you so much.
no problem.
Um, First off,
Yes.
before we even begin, um, I want to ask you about that thing you told me about last week. With Red and the recording and stuff. What ended up happening?
Yes, I was gonna fill you in. So, okay, to be honest with you, I think she is being manipulative in regards to the record. And the reason why I say that is because um every time when I would speak to her like off scene, like she would kind of mention about like, oh, this song like taking off, and even in the text message you'd be like, oh, I want this record to take off. And for me that was like a turn off. um
She said that a lot during the pod. I remember her telling me that, man, repeatedly.
yeah, and I think that was a turn off for me.
She was like, "Oh, I'm really into the song. Like, I really believe it can be something big or whatever." And then that's when I told you last week. I was like, "Well, if that's the case, then why isn't Rich feeling like he's backed up?" You know?
Yes, so I was like, okay, and I'm just like this, I'm not saying that not to be confident about it. I just think that because she's in a financial crisis, that I feel like even Carrie, like she voice messaged me last night and she said that she thinks that she's trying to use the song as a come up, which I agree.
Mm.
I wasn't gonna say, so, but I'm like, yeah, I agree with that as well, because she's kind of in a situation where she's stuck financially with things for surgery, and things are not turning out as well as she, hoped. And I think like this is the time where she's kind of a little bit desperate, and lack of better words, of something popping up for her so that she can feel like, you know what I mean? Like the sense of like, oh, okay, things are okay. Because even when I mentioned about the royalties, about the song, she switched her demeanor. Because I spoke to Andrea Saturday for a catch up call, and she said to tell her like if she's not contributing, then she can't get any money for the song. And when I told Rhoda that, all of a sudden she could pay for everything.
Hang on. Hang on. Did she write anything in the song?
No.
So it seems to me, bear with me here. It seems to me like you saying that if she doesn't contribute, if she doesn't put, let's call it, she doesn't put money in the pot, then you don't get royalties, performance royalties. Um, yeah, I can certainly understand that because I mean she didn't write anything, and I mean I don't want to get into the whole legalese of it because it's kind of
Yes.
confusing, but I can understand from an intention point of view. It just seems like, oh, I'm just gonna hop on this song and I'm not gonna put anything. Like I'm just gonna hop on this song that I know may have some impact, or I feel may have some impact because I have everything to gain and I never put anything in there to lose.
Mm, that's crazy.
Hmm.
Wow. Ah,
So, I mean, certainly when somebody performs in your song, of course they get performance royalties, but it just kind of feels like this has been so muddy. Like it's all been so whatever the opposite of clear is.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well,
Mm.
I'm glad.
Oh,
I only asked because I know how that made you feel when we spoke last time, and I know that you really wanted to. I know that conflict isn't your thing, 100%. So that's why I really wanted to support you last week when you told me about it.
thank you.
Um, and I'm glad that you were able to kind of stand your ground and say, "Hey, that's not okay." Um, you'll figure something out. The song the song is great. Like who's singing? Is that Miranda singing? Some come and save me.
Yeah, on the original, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it as is. Whatever ends up happening, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't. I certainly think that the idea of having her do something with like her vocals or whatever is kind of cool. But I'm sure that if it comes down to it, somewhere in the production process, something can be done. That's something similar to that doesn't really require her to participate in the song. Um, I think it's a it's a good faith thing. I think like I just get this weird. When you told me about it last week, it just kept like when we ended our call last week, I was just like, man, that just kind of sticks out as something strange to me. Mhm. Um, so yeah, I hope that things are a little clearer for you in that front and that you feel better. Feel,
Yes.
feel.
Yes.
Um, and again, just like I said last week, this some of what's happening alludes to the energy of the song too. Like you can use that as fuel. Um, you in your posts and stuff, you talk a lot about things people have said about you and things people have done to you. And this is certainly another chapter of something that may have happened to you. So you can just take that and say, you know what, I'm still going to do my fucking song.
Yes.
And whatever will be. Like you're doing the best effort you can to put out a good quality song with a good interpretation. Whatever happens after that, we don't know. We don't know how many people have put out songs that they did not expect anything to happen, and then all of a sudden something happens, and you're like, oh, well, that's fucking cool.
It's true.
And the opposite is true too. How many people have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and then all of a sudden that big blow up that they were expecting didn't happen. So I feel like it's a good moment to be at a place where I'm gonna do the best I can, and once it's out of my hands, I will know that I did the best I can, no matter what.
Amen.
You
Yes.
know, no matter what,
Mm.
we can't control what's going to happen. Of course, we can plan, which is what we're doing. We're planning. Carrie is a freaking genius. Like we know all this. There's this whole structure supporting you. But at the end of the day, other people are going to listen. And we're just going to see what happens. And this is your first single. Like, you know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, um, to me, it kind of feels like for you, it's a monument to your tenacity, to your perseverance, to your staying sane with your mental health. So no matter what happens with the song, you already won. You already proved to yourself, I did it. Fuck what happens. I did it. How many years has it been thinking and wanting and wondering and being like, oh man, I gotta put this out. I gotta put this out. What am I gonna do? And then you did it. Who the hell cares what happens? I remember, and I want to start to work on the song too, but I remember the feeling I got when I finally released my first single. It had been with me for 13 years. No, 11 years at the time. I was carrying that song around for 11 years. Once I released it, it was the fact that people were listening to it and that it did pretty well down here in DR and stuff. That was just icing on the cake. It was more, oh my God, I released it. 11 years of shit. I got to do something with my music, and time's running out. And I proved to myself I can do it. If I die tomorrow, I did it. So I feel like that's a good kind of headspace to kind of approach whatever is going to happen with this song, and just do the best you can. Period. You got a bunch of us who are here to support you.
Thank you.
And we're just going to try to do the best record we can.
Yeah, that feels good. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No matter what. So
Yes.
let us review.
Yes.
Now that you have your mic, I would like it if you go through the song top to bottom
That's about it.
until the second chorus. So that's when we left off. We left off after the second chorus. But
Yes.
just give me a second to get my lyrics. They're right here. Make your window smaller. Okay. So, and again, I might stop you.
Yes.
I do want you to flow, but even before we start, I want to just remind you of a couple of things, okay?
Yes.
First verse is great. Remember that kind of that feeling of that dark tone of maybe I'm a masochist, maybe I'm a pessimist, maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. It's like this, it's this reflection. You're reflecting to yourself, like maybe all this shit is true. Maybe I'm too passionate, a little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Remember, you say abandon it. It was, oh man, there was something in our second call where you said abandon it. It was some of that air escaped. It was just beautiful.
Thank you.
Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record on, and all they ever do is laugh at it. I hope that when you do it now, you're looking at the lyrics that we have, right? The ones that have my notes.
I'm gonna do it right now. I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up because it has some stuff in bold. Of course, I don't want you to be reading the comments. I just want you to look at the stuff that's in bold. That I feel like you can really support yourself with those words.
Okay.
So for example, when you say save me from my demons, save me from my pride, I notice how I bolded demons and pride, because you don't want to say save me from my demons. You want to say save me from my demons, save me from my pride. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, there, I see you. You opened it. Cool. And so believing, let me see. Timing. We did something with the timing. Oh yeah. So we did save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing giving up is fine. So save me from believing giving up is fine. Gotta cut that one.
Yes.
Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing something. You know what? Let's just do all the way to the first hook, okay? I just want to hear you do it.
Okay. So this is the first verse, that's it?
Just the first verse.
First verse, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This acapella? Acapella?
No, do the track, please.
Okay. Save me. Ating up now. Tama. Demo, come on. So not. I can't find the track, Lord. Okay, demo. There you go, demo. Okay. Okay. Do you hear it?
Mm-mm.
I gotta share my sound. On
I
here.
think that if you share your sound, that's the problem with having the mic, isn't it? Okay. Try sharing your sound. Let me see what the timing is like.
Where is it on the bottom again?
Okay, so when you do
Share
share
screen, right?
screen,
Share sound, right?
when you do share screen, bottom left is share sound. And then
Okay.
yeah. So let's give it a shot and see if I can hear you with no delay.
Okay.
I don't hear anything.
You don't?
No, do you
Uh,
didn't we have the track in your phone last time?
yeah.
Yeah, just play it from your phone.
Oh, my phone. Okay. I have it on my phone. Okay.
Yeah, go get it.
You hear it now?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I have some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing, giving up is fine. Cause instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That whole last part of the verse, saving from my demons all the way to the end, the best you've ever done it. Best you've ever done it. I'm going to write down that in our third call, 19 minutes in, you did it. Great. So let's say no accidents. Can you give me everything before Save Me from My Demons again? So from the top.
Copy? Okay. Copy. Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I have something important to say. That was great. Especially that throw it in the cabinet all the way to if I had some hope. So I want to add a bold on the word hope because it's a key word in the phrase.
Yes.
So if I had some hope, then I could. So if I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. You know, those are the two key words.
Okay.
So in third call, minute 20. those are the two key words of that phrase, I think. If I had some hope that I could finally imagine it, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, that was pretty great.
Thank
So,
you.
once we're done with this, either tomorrow or Saturday, I will clean this up. I'll leave a version, like I'll leave this version with all the comments and all the stuff, and then I'll clean it up. I'll give you another version with just the words in bold and maybe a couple of pointers, but because I don't want you to have all this all this whole mess of comments. This is just as we're working.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you, do it all from the top again,
Okay.
and then we're just gonna, unless I have something else to say, we're just gonna keep going to verse 2. Okay,
Got it. Okay.
from the top, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is the instrumental loud enough?
Not
really. It's low.
I think if you hold your phone sort of close to your,
yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. But this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing. Giving up is fine. If I can, like I do one time.
Let me tell you something. Pause that right there. This is the first time that I heard you do this whole thing. Not the first time, but today is the first day that I don't feel like a lot of the stuff that sounded to me so rehearsed and sounded artificial to me before when you said save me from believing. Like it was like it's like that kid in the backyard, like in the playground who's trying to be cool. A lot of the times that's how I was listening to this whole part, but now this time you didn't even go up. You did save me from my demons, save me from, you said you did save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing, giving up is fine. You stayed kind of down there. And I was like, oh man, he's not pretending anymore. That's so good. I know that you've been practicing,
Yes.
I know that you've been practicing. So in our third call, minute 23, you just nail this. The intention is right there. It's not save me from believing everything. It's not, we don't have any of that anymore. And that is so important because you want to come off as authentic as you can. Yes. So kudos to you and thank you for taking all my feedback and working really hard. Let's go to verse 2.
Verse 2, okay. I've been a hostage feeling hopeless only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All of their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over other people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laugh and joke, said I never had no bars. They love to hate, said I've never been a star, but they ain't never for my pain. They ain't never see my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to hit pause.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
Because this is a long, it's a long verse, so I want to talk about this. Okay. Yes. Take it off. Okay. Yes. To I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All the voices were poison. I kept on losing track. We gotta be careful about that third one because all the voices were poison. It's very it's wordy and there's a lot of S's in there, but I think it'll be fine. All their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over all the people from my past. Love it. They call me lazy when they're sitting at the bar. They laugh and joke and said I never had no bars. They love to hate and said I'll never be a star, but they never felt my pain. Yes, you got that. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in green. This is great. So I know that when we go to the next part, they never thought about the harm they caused. They never took us. We talked about bringing it back in a little bit,
Yes.
and I know you did that, but I don't want it to lose the energy that you
Okay.
come. So you can be quieter,
Yes.
but it's not like we're going. It's not. It can't be as drastic as. But they ain't never felt my pain, and they ain't never seen my scars. Nope, they never thought about the harm they caused. It's not that. It's
Yeah.
more. They love to hate and say I'll never be a star, but they ain't never felt my pain. They ain't never seen my scars. Nope, they never thought about the harm they caused. Like you still telling me the story. It's not like, oh, they never thought about the harm. It was like they never thought about the harm they caused, and they never took a second to hit pause.
Okay.
So it's still, you still have that energy. You're bringing it down, right? You're bringing it back into yourself, but you still have that energy. Hang on 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah. Do it again, please. First two.
It's true. Okay. I've been a hostage. I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless, only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All of their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. I came my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing jokes that I never had no bars. They love to hate, said I never been a star, but they ain't never felt my pain. They ain't never seen my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused.
Come
They
on.
never took a second to hit pause. Left me broken
Ah,
records.
remember, they never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to hit pause.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pause. Yeah.
There's that little pause, okay?
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna just put a little dot in there.
Second
Oh,
pause.
dash.
Okay.
Yo, that was so much better.
Thank you.
So it's 7:28. I'm gonna put this as so much better. Third call, minute 27. Yes, 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 yes. If you keep it like that, it'll be so much better.
Pause.
Okay, sorry, because I haven't allowed you to finish.
Yes.
Start from verse 2 again, please.
To be okay.
Yeah.
Hostage.
Because then when you do something really well, I don't want to miss the moment of giving you that immediate feedback, you know?
Yeah, no worries.
Go ahead.
I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless, only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All of their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing.
Not that much.
Okay.
Last time you did it better. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar.
Okay.
Not at the bar. You know,
Yes.
it's not, you know, it's a fine line. Okay. And probably, you know, when we sit to record it,
Yeah.
of course, we're going to have to do a lot of these many times because we really want to capture just that great take.
Yes.
But again, because of this rap, every time you flow a little differently, right?
Yes.
So it's okay if that happens. So just take it from verse 2 again. I didn't want to miss that opportunity to give you that feedback.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless, only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All of their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing jokes that I never had no bars. They love to hate, said I never been a star, but they never felt my pain. They ain't never seen my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to hit pause. Left me broken records on my laptop. Hit rock bottom, toxic thoughts were nonstop. But I won't give power to the words they say. I wonder how they think I will. No way. I'm stronger than I was yesterday, and my word is my own to create.
Okay. So The they call me lazy while they're sitting at the bar was a little too much that time, just like last time, but that's fine. I already wrote down when you did it perfectly, so it's fine.
Okay.
Um, I really liked the rest of that. But I won't give power to the words they say, only on how they think I will. No way. There has to be won't end up how they think I will. No way. Because I'm stronger than I was yesterday. To create. Watch out for the T in create being too
Okay.
because you did because I'm stronger than I was yesterday, and my world is my own to create. We don't want that ta. Just my world is my own to create.
Okay.
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 So, okay, let's go to. Excuse me. It's been a long day. Sorry. Let's go to. Let's go to last verse.
That's for
Okay. And rather than listening to the recording again, I just want you to do it. And let me just check my notes really quickly. Yeah, that has to be really in the pocket. Okay, yeah, let's just take it from was this all part of God's plan?
Was this all up in God's hands? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all these trials I can't withstand, I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I just want to leave the world a little better than it came. No, not perfect, not ashamed, not something I proclaim. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day.
Yes. So when we do this,
Yes.
it has that last part. I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I'm just trying. It has to be super in the pocket, super in the pocket.
Okay.
Do it again, please.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Was this all part of God's plan? I leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all these trials I can withstand, I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I just want to see the world a little better than it came. No, not perfect, not ashamed. No, that's something I proclaim. I just want to be a better person every single day.
Tell me about those two. Was this all part of God's plan? Are those the lyrics? Was this all part of God's plan?
Yes. Yes.
I'll leave the keys up in his hands.
Yes. Yeah, those are lyrics.
Okay. Okay. Do it again, please. I'm just collecting a bunch of things to give you. Every time you do it, I hear something else. Okay, so I just want to just do it again, please.
Was this all part of God's plan?
Okay.
The keys.
How can we?
Yeah.
How can we ask that question? Because when you speak, ask me that question.
Was it all part of God's plan?
Is that how you would ask that? Is that how the music in your voice would be? Because when I read it,
yeah,
and I want to ask you that question, I probably read it as something that's like, was this all part of God's plan?
Yeah.
Instead of, was this all part of God's plan?
Oh, okay.
Was this all part of God's plan?
Yeah.
It's different, right?
It is, yes.
So I'm trying to, Carrie says this a lot when we're having, I mean, of course this is for singers, but I guess it kind of applies here too. Like when we're having issues with how we want to sing something or how we want to say something, we'll bring it back to speech and bring it back to how you naturally say these things. And of course, this is the opening of the last part of the song. So to me, it's kind of like it's we have to be really careful with how we approach it. So was this all part of God's plan instead of God's plan? I
Yeah.
don't know how to, you know what I mean? I don't know how to. Was this all part of God's plan instead of God's plan? Was this all part of God's plan?
Okay.
Huh. Let me see how I can word that. Don't worry. This is code for me. I will translate it into English at some point.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
so it's this feeling of, was this all part of God's plan? That's what the U is. It's like, was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands. I'll leave the keys. I'll leave the keys up in his hands. So was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands. Huh. Okay, do it again.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan?
One more time.
Okay.
Was this all part of God's plan?
Man.
Instead of plan?
A plan? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Instead of God's plan? Was this all part of God's plan?
Okay.
How about if I bolden God instead of plan? I wonder what would
Okay.
happen.
Oh
So
yeah.
read it as you do it.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the
Again,
keys up in his hand.
I'm gonna ask you to repeat it until I get you out of that. God's plan?
Okay, okay.
It's not like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, it's not that, what?
Yeah.
How about that?
Was
Can you
this
see-
all part of God's plan? Okay.
Was this all part of God's plan? Give it a shot.
I can do this. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan? What if I asked you to, was this all part of God's plan? Was this all part of God's plan? I wonder if you could try to do it as flat as possible. You know what I mean? Like, without a lot of.
Okay.
Try to, we're experimenting here. This is the last part of the song. Like, I just want to kind of nail it. So can you just kind of try to do it as flat as you possibly can? I just want to hear what that sounds like.
Okay.
Like, was this all part of God's plan? Imagine you're narrating a movie. This is the beginning of the movie. Let's imagine that we're watching a movie and the movie starts with a car crash. That seems to be the ending of the movie. The main characters are in the middle of the crash. It's slow motion. And then all of a sudden the movie stops. And the main character is like, was this all part of God's plan? And then it goes back, it rewinds it, then it tells you the story. It's like, I feel like this is the end of the song. And you're like, all of this stuff that I just said for 3 minutes, was this all part of God's plan? Can you hear how I'm saying, was this all part of God's plan? Like, all this shit that's happened and all this stuff that I said, like, is this all part of God's plan? Rather than, was this all part of God's plan? Was this all part of God's plan? You know what I mean? Like, it's just one, it doesn't rise or fall too much. It's just, was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands. Let me give it a shot.
Was this all part of God's plan?
We're not gonna go up on the plan.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan?
You're
I'll
you're
leave the
still
keys.
doing it. It's the plan. The plan is still going up. I don't want plan to go up.
Okay.
I want to hear how it sounds. I want to hear how it sounds if you just was this all part of God's plan? See how I don't go up?
Yes.
It's not
Okay.
plan? Was this all part of God's plan? Yeah.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan?
You're still doing it.
Really?
Gotta try it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what you're doing now is you're doing was this all part of God's plan? It's like you're still there's
Okay.
still that little bit at the end.
Okay. At the tail end. Okay. I
Yeah.
got you. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands.
Okay. Okay. So I know you're really thinking about it. Okay. I know you're really thinking about it. The way you said I'll leave the keys up in his hands was great, but energy was kind of low. I know you were still probably thinking about the previous part.
Yes.
But go ahead, do it again.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands.
Okay, cool. So now you're leaving it, right? You're leaving it flat. Was this all part of God's plan? But you're cutting the word a little too soon. It's kind of like, was this all part of God's plan?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I think a part of your brain is kind of scared that if you say the whole word, you're gonna do the eh?
Yes.
But that's fine. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to try it a million times and see how it sticks.
Yes. Okay.
So go ahead, give it another shot.
Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all the trials I can withstand, I don't want to live in vain.
Hang on. For making me a stronger man. I want you to lay into that stronger word.
Okay.
For making me a stronger man.
Okay.
You know,
Yes. I got you. Yes.
with all this trial, and so with all these trials that I withstand,
Yes.
what we're probably gonna do at the recording is stop there, like with all these trials that I withstand, and then we'll have you do I don't want to live in so you can breathe.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and we'll comp it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, same place.
Same place. Okay.
Yeah.
Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man.
Yeah.
With all the trials I can withstand, I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I just want to see the world a little better than it came. No, not perfect, not ashamed. No, not something I proclaim. I just want to be a better person every single day.
Okay. Minute 43. This is amazing. Minute 43. Third call. This is great. So I don't want to live in like it's I'm getting the same vibe as but they never felt my pain and they never seen my scar. It's the same vibe, okay? Keep that.
Keep the vibe.
So
Okay.
same vibe as but they ain't never seen my scars. Same thing. Okay, great. That was great. I'm not perfect, not ashamed. That's not something I proclaim. Like your articulation has to be on the spot. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, whole thing from that verse, please.
Okay. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all the trials I can withstand.
Oh, okay. I wonder, can you say the word with a little clearer so that it's not w?
Okay.
Because I mean, I know when we speak colloquially, you can go like, oh, well, all these trials, but I want to explore the possibility of you saying with all these, not what.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like with
Because
slang.
because the way you're saying it is like this. What? And then a pot, like it's cut. What all these trials, and it's like that little hit. And I don't know if we want that. I just want to experiment and see how it sounds if you actually say the word with. Okay.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Was this all part of God's plan?
Nuh-uh. One more time. Remember, not God's plan.
Okay. Okay.
Was this all part of God's plan?
Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all the trials I can withstand, I just want to live in vain. I don't want to make a change. I just want to see the world a little better than it came. No, not perfect, not ashamed. No, not something I proclaim. I just want to be a better person every single day.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day.
Yeah.
Let's try that. Look at the words that I just bolded. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Give that to me. Let me hear it.
Just the bottom end?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm not perfect, not ashamed. No, not something I proclaim. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day.
Yeah, just watch out for the ending of the word day because you don't want it to sound like you have something else to say. This is the end of the song. So, I'm not perfect, not ashamed. That's not something I proclaim. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day. See how it was day, period. Song is over. Not every single day. Where like, oh, are you gonna say something else or are you, take it from right there.
I'm not perfect, not ashamed. No, not something I proclaim. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Finish this part at minute 48 of third call. So, okay. So now here's what we're gonna do because we still have another 10 minutes, right? I want you to do the whole song, okay? And I may or may not stop you. I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna give you live feedback. I'm just gonna kind of live react to what you're doing, and I'll say, yeah, or remember such and such, but don't stop unless I ask you. Please stop. Okay? Because I just kind of want to live react to you just flowing with the song and seeing how much of what we've worked on has already been, in your bones.
Okay.
Versus thinking. And of course, when you walk into the studio, there's of course going to be some thinking involved, obviously, right? Because it's still not quite 100% inside you. But yeah, I just want you to kind of just do the song from top to bottom, and I'm just going to kind of react to it. I'm not going to judge it. I'm just kind of just going to be like, just going to listen to it.
Some tippy tops. You hear it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet. Oh my God.
Oh, it was so good.
Shit, this I played it in the last part, Lord. Thank
It
you.
was so good. Hang on. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Wait. Hang on. Minute 49 of our third call. This whole part was amazing. Stop. Just so I remember. That's
Yes.
more for me. That's more for me than it is for you.
Got you.
Go ahead. Start over. It was great.
Thank you. It's top from actual tippy top and not the actual. Lord help me with this typical phone. Okay. I just had it, Lord.
It's okay. We still have another 9 minutes. No rush.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an Lord.
It was so good too. Come on, Rich. You got this.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm inadequate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Throw the record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing. Giving up is fine. Cause instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
I got goosebumps.
Thank you. I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless, only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. So many voices were noises, I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing jokes that I never had no bars. They love to hate, said I never been a star, but they ain't never for my pain. They ain't never see my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to hit pause. Left me broken records on my laptop. Hit rock bottom, toxic thoughts were nonstop. But I won't give power to the words they say. Will end up how they think I will, no way. I'm stronger than I was yesterday, and my word is my own to create.
Okay. So yeah, I do want to stop here for a second. I want you to watch this back when we're done or at some point, because I want you to see me as I'm reacting to what you're doing. I'm not going to say much right now. I want you to just see what I was feeling when you were doing it. Having said that, there's a couple parts that I think I can't. I was so into it right now. I can't even remember. But they never took a second to hit. Oh, the pause, and they never took a second to hit pause. The pause was a little quick. The word pause was a little quick, but that was it. Okay. You know what? Can you just take it from the second verse? I'm probably not going to interrupt you again. Just take it from the second verse and let's keep going.
Hostage.
But I do want you to watch. I do want you to watch this again. So let me just write. Hang on. Watch third call, minute 52 or so when you do this. Watch my live reaction to see what worked.
Okay.
Oh. Go ahead.
I've been a hostage, feeling hopeless, only holds me back. I've been so cautious because my body was under attack. All of their voices were poison. I kept on losing track. Can't hear my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar.
Too much.
They laugh and joke. Okay.
No, keep going.
They love to hate. Said I'll never been a star, but they ain't never see my pain. They ain't never see my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to hit pause. Left me broken records on my laptop. Hit rock bottom, toxic thoughts were nonstop. But I won't give power to the words they say. Will end up how they think I will, no way. because I'm stronger than I was yesterday, and my world is my own to create.
Mhm.
Mm,
This last phrase sometimes gives you trouble because I'm stronger than I was yesterday, and my world is my own to create. But
yes,
it's hit or miss. Like it happens sometimes and it doesn't.
yes.
Uh, but yeah, give me the last verse.
That's first. Was this all part of God's plan?
Mm-mm. One more
Oh,
time.
oh yeah.
Wait,
Um,
was this all part of God's plan?
okay, Lord. Was this all part of God's plan? I'll leave the keys up in his hands for making me a stronger man. With all these trials I can withstand, I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I just want to see the world a little better than it came. No, not perfect, not ashamed. No, not something I proclaim. I just want to be a better person every single day.
Yeah. I think we still have a little bit of work to do with the I'm not perfect, not ashamed. That's not something I proclaim.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that it's hard because we don't want to go super up there. Like we don't want to be, I don't want to live in like that's not
Yeah.
what we want, but we do want that energy of I don't want to live in vain. I just want to make a change. I'm just trying to leave the world a little better than it came. I'm not perfect, not ashamed. That's not something I proclaim. I'm just trying to be a better person every single day. Like we do want like this is your manifesto. Like this is I feel like these last things you're saying is your commitment to yourself.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I feel like you worked so hard, Rich.
Thank you.
Um, and it shows, it really shows. So what I want you to do is, before the recording, I want you to watch this call again, okay? And whatever details that are not in the arranging notes that you pick up while watching this call,
Yes.
use them.
Okay.
But I especially want you to watch minute 52 or so when you did the second verse, and it just works so well. I know you've been working so hard.
Thank you.
So I guess that I'll see you at recording.
Yes.
Yeah, look,
Thank
it's gonna
you.
be great. I think you're gonna feel super supported. um I'm gonna be there giving you live feedback. We're gonna try things a million different ways, and we'll see what sticks. And just keep working at it. You're doing great, and
Thank you so much.
just keep taking my feedback. Keep exploring. I know there are things now that are in your bones that you're not thinking about, and that's so great because I know that you've been working so hard. For example, where is it? The demons and the pride. That was something that we talked about for so long in our first call, and I know now you don't even think about it. You don't even go. You don't go. Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. You immediately go into save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. So what I would wish for a recording day is that everything else that we talked about today is sort of around in that same level where you don't really have to think.
Yes.
And we'll still be able to give it space to be an authentic interpretation in the moment. And we'll
Yes.
try a million different things and see what sticks. But
Yes.
but I'm excited. I'm happy that you decided to have me in there to arrange with you at the studio. And I'll see you then. Like,
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much. It's been a
yeah.
pleasure.
Oh, yeah, for me too. I will actually clean this up for you at some point. You can still use this, of course, but this is all my
Yeah.
scratch notes and stuff. And then, we'll get it cleaned up and have something better for you for recording. Okay.
Perfect. I'm actually thinking about actually this weekend because I finally got the chord to do a little bit of a rough one before,
Try it.
just so I could just like hear
Try it.
it and see,
Yeah.
how
Try
some.
it.
So I plan on doing it on this weekend.
Yeah. Try it. Try it. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go because I have Holly next and
Thank you
gotta
so
keep working.
much. Thank you. Take care.
All right. You too.
You too. Thank you.
See ya.